5 is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. I wasn't even going to talk about this. But this is, I guess, breaking news as of yesterday. And I want you guys to understand, the question is rhetorical. I might open up the panel. But you see this? You see this? It's your fault. It's your fault. When I'm here trying to talk about boxing and fights that should happen, and I get aggravated at the companies not putting on the fights, at the fighters not willing to fight each other, you get this. This is your fault. This is your fault. And I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. But this today, this is boxing. Right? Right? I put this picture like this on purpose. I was just talking to the brother Mike S. yesterday. We had a good conversation. We learned some things. And a lot of things that I already knew was solidified. But when you don't have the best fighting, the best competition, you get clown fights like this. You see? This is a clown fight. And here's the thing. I'm not disrespecting anybody in this picture. Anybody. This is one big I told you so. This is a joke. While Tank got on his Twitter and got mad that everybody was over in Riyadh season, signing deals and getting things done, and then I'm sure there was guys having a conversation that we don't know about, saying, hey man, when we get done over here, can we get together next year and we can do a fight and da-da-da-da. I bet you there's a lot of that going on. Meanwhile, this. Y'all did this. Can I tell y'all something? If we was getting the fights that we want for the last 5 years, the fights that were supposed to be happening in the last 5 years, there would be nothing for Turkey to do because we'd have been doing it already. But this is boxing. This is boxing right here. This right here. In what universe does Jake Paul deserve? Y'all like talking about who deserves what, right? How the hell does Jake Paul deserve a Canelo payday? Meanwhile, you got Bivol and Beterbiev and Benavidez and Morrell and all. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. I'm explaining it further. I'm going to explain it. Anwar Willis, G. McCall, Mark Hairston, Real Spill, Midwest Boxing Talk, Shaquilla Fields, Queens in the building, Tay-Tay, good morning, baby. Eric Jordan, always supporting. Jeff Spark, always supporting. Salute the Sensei Stormy B-Man. I'm going to be talking about Stormy a lot this morning. A lot. And I hope y'all paying attention. Because there's oh man, I want to curse so bad, but I'm not. Go follow me on Patreon. I got some material coming this weekend. Jarrell Freeman, Bernard Gilbert, good to see you. I am True Maine. Eric Jordan in that strong house for 19 months. He said, Jake Paul versus Canelo. Wow. Jake got I'm going to play it later, brother. But I got you. He got the ninja sword. Yep, he obviously does. Juice, what up? Yeah, we gonna cover everything. King Breezy, what up? We go. Unbelievable, bro. Oh, man. You know, I saw this coming. I just didn't want to talk it up. Rod Neal, what's good? Smash the like button, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. So when I say like and share the video, I mean that. We don't have to complain about what YouTube does or doesn't do when we do it ourselves. We are our own algorithm. So like and share the video. In caps, tune in. We cooking. First of all, and I need y'all to be honest, is anybody, I don't know, who's cool with this? I'm at this point, there is no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer at this point. Who's cool with this? It's okay. I'm not going to, rip you or whatever, because this is the atmosphere. This is actually very typical. Mike S., what up, brother? This right here on the screen, this is very typical. So I'm just asking, who's cool with this? As you can hear, I'm not. I'm not cool with this. But I need you guys to understand. Stephen X, salute, brother. I need you guys to understand. If boxing was about the best fighting the best, and we was doing that for the last 5 years, there will be nothing for Turkey to do. Nothing. But we're in an era where sanctioning bodies are seeing value in particular fighters. Then you have these promotion companies that are moving these fighters around like chess pieces, and they're selling you a fighter that might not be as advertised, but what their job is to do is to keep the revenue rolling. It's called a marketing scheme. Nothing's organic anymore. It's not. Andrew Gray, Mo G, what up? This is a marketing scheme. Exactly, Andrew Gray. All they do is push a product, and what you think is excellent is actually mediocre or not even good. Case in point, Anthony Joshua. Can these guys fight? Yeah, better than the average person, but we know when you have a good eye for this thing, we know what we're looking at. We know what we're looking at. And then what happens when the majority are celebrating this person, and then you get guys like us saying, he's okay, but there's guys around him that could give him some problem, and we don't just say it, we just explain it. Look, this guy's a southpaw, or this guy can switch stances, or this guy got a longer reach. What happens? Oh, you're just hating. You just don't like him. You just don't like our city. You just don't like our country. And y'all talking about all this other stuff except what's happening. This right here is the result of the best not finding the best in the last maybe 15 years. I saw things like this coming. When Jake Paul laced up the gloves, I said, you know what's going to happen? This guy's going to get a fight against a big name. I couldn't call it at that point. But I said, give it a couple of years. He's going to fight a big name. And he's fighting the biggest name. Now, please tell me, how is he getting a fight before David Benavidez? And by the way, how much does Jake Paul weigh? Y'all let me know while I read the super chat by my brother Nada86. Always supporting that super chat. Salute to you, good brother. He says, salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Drew Division, salute, brother. I see you. This is, oh my God. Viva tu vida, where you been? Good to see you, brother. Oh. Earl Sager, salute. Yours truly, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you, man. I mean, look, Mike, I get it, but brother, this isn't boxing, man. And when I say this isn't boxing, I mean, I'm used to following rankings, number 1, 2, 3 rankings. Then before the number 1 is called the mandatory. Yeah, G McCall, this kid's a cruiserweight, right? How much do cruiserweights weigh? How much do cruiserweights weigh? He's like 215, right? Okay. Question. How much did Edgar Berlanga weigh on fight night versus Canelo? Oh! But what did he say about David Benavidez?
What?
See what I mean? Is anybody saying anything about that? Is anybody, Steve Kung Fu Kim, Kevin Iole, Dan Raphael, is anybody calling him out on that? And that is public knowledge. Is anybody saying anything? Anybody? I'm not hating on Jake Paul. Get your bread. You deserve it. And if they're going to let you do this, do it, brother. Get your bread. I am not mad at him. Boxing left the door open. He didn't rob the bank. He made a withdrawal. But you know who left the bank door open? Canelo did. And you know who's enabling it? Us. Now, a lot of people say, oh man, boxing is so boring. Boxing is this and boxing is that. No, it's not. There's a lot of boxing. The sad fact is, and I'm not saying y'all in the chat when I say you guys. The sad fact is, y'all don't like boxing like you think. What is boxing to y'all? I ask this question all the time. And salute to my brother G McCall in that Cash App. He says, this is a huge slap in the face for real fans. It is. It is. And this is why I'm very careful as to who I speak to. Now, as I'm sitting here, I don't have to lie about Canelo. I'm just making these points. Do not be surprised if some person comes up in here that we never seen before, last name Ramirez or Marquez or Rodriguez or somebody talking about, oh, you hating on Canelo. So? You're enabling this. I thought Canelo was a real fighter. I thought he was the face of boxing. Wasn't it a toss-up between him and the young man standing behind him, Tank Davis? What's going on here? But this is a shared responsibility. ES, salute, sis. Because you know why? I'm going to tell you why. And salute to my brother Eric Jordan in that Cash App. Salute. He says, we in an era that is an error. Thank you, Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Salute. This right here, oh my God. Let me say this, and I don't want to make this a big old bash and Tank session, but I need you guys to understand how we got here, because it's not only Tank. I did say last 15 years. I did say that. So this is deeper than Tank, but I'm just saying we more than likely wouldn't be here this bad had Tank at 135 did what he was supposed to do.
Give power to my nigger sword!
He didn't do it, but he's not alone on that. We still ain't get AJ and Wilder, and they don't want it. Gio James, salute. They don't want it. Jamel, what up? They don't want it. They don't want it. You see the problem with freezing fighters out? J. Cool, what up? When you freeze fighters out of opportunity, you don't get the best fighting the best. You're too worried about protecting a fighter for whatever reason, whether he lives on your block or whether you have a strange attraction towards him. But this is the result. Mike Fleming, what up? This is the result. This is boxing as we know it. This right here. I'm not mad at Jake Paul Melvin. What up? I'm not mad at Jake. He's getting in where he fits in. It was our job to make it impossible for him to go into the sport. He could have been a pro fighter. But do you think if he really started fighting real competition at cruiserweight, how good do you think he'd be? Slip the jab, my brother. What up? Arthur Levant. How good do you think he'd be? Do you think he'd be top 5? Honestly. Honestly. Do you think he'd be top 5? Let me go back to Canelo for a minute. He tried to make a stint at cruiserweight. He tried to pad his legacy. The first person he reached out to was Badu Jack. Y'all remember I talked about this a lot. He reached out to Badu Jack. Badu Jack said, oh man, Canelo payday, I'm all for it. What we got to do? They said, hey man, come down 17 to 18 pounds for your belt. He said, wait a minute. And y'all can all look this up. It's all over the internet. He said, you want me to what? You want me to come down 17 to 18 pounds and challenge me for my belt at cruiserweight at that disadvantage? He said, how about I extend you the finger? He didn't say this. I added that. I extend you the finger. All right. And while you're at it, go fight your contemporary at David Benavidez. And that was the end of that. And it was all over the internet. And I jumped up and applauded because he told Canelo what to do. Now, mind you, I could be mistaken, but Badu Jack ended up with that belt because he beat Makabu, because Canelo was trying to get Makabu. But I think, I could be wrong, y'all, but I think Badu Jack beat him, and then he had the belt, and then Canelo tried to get him at an extreme disadvantage. Exactly, slip the jab. He's a real one for that. He's a real one for that. 18 pounds. Badu Jack's not a fat guy. 18 pounds. He wanted to smoke crack. Party of camp, smoking crack. Looking like Skeletor. Your eyes all bulging out your head. Cheekbones all sunk in. Looking all, and then Canelo stops you. WBC Cruiserweight Champion. Just so it could be on his record. He said, no, F that. I'm not doing that. Go fight Benavidez. He hasn't done it. Then when he's asked about Benavidez, he says all he has to bring to the ring is the extra 20 pounds on fight night. Meanwhile, my boy from Brooklyn comes to the ring at 198 pounds on fight night. Edgar Berlanga. I hear what you're saying, odd fella. I hear what you're saying. But this ain't it, brother. I disagree. This right here, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. Earl, what up? This ain't it, man. And I know I heard it, Christian and Billy was in the mix. And, I'd rather him get the IBF back from William Skull. But that's boxing. William Skull earned his spot. He earned his spot. Jake Paul has done what exactly? What has he done? Hen Dog, what up? What has he done? He's an internet sensation. I'll give him that. Can he fight? A little bit, yeah. Man, no one is telling him, yo, bro, okay, for real, go compete at cruiserweight. You know what happens to him at cruiserweight? Y'all forgot he lost to Tommy Fury? Tommy Fury made it look relatively easy. Y'all go back and watch the fight. I watched it. And all I said was, look at that. Because with all that being said about the Furies and them cheating and everything, they do know how to box. Tommy Fury made it look easy. Go watch it. He made it look easy. And I said, well, we know what happens to him if he starts fighting real fighters. Jake Paul gets beat up. I mean, think about it. We celebrated Usyk when he became undisputed at cruiserweight. That was big news. And no one really watches the cruiserweights like that. But that was not an easy road for him. Can Jake Paul compete with those guys? I'm going to say this. If he could, he would have done it. He didn't do it. He's here for a good time, not a long time. This is a cash grab. And Canelo's not going to go in there and beat Mike Tyson. He's going to go in there and try and F him up. And Canelo's going to go in there and try and F him up. But I want you guys to understand something. Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather. And there were spots in that fight where Logan was really trying to hammer Floyd. And then he realized, I'm bigger than this guy, but I'm really trying to hammer. What round was that? He was really trying to hammer Floyd, and Floyd was in the high guard. And when he was all tired, Floyd was still there smiling at him. I said, see, boxing is different. This is boxing. And then Floyd matter of fact, Floyd knocked him out, but like held him up off of a counter. I said, oh, man. When Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury, who, incidentally, he's a real boxer. He's not out here trying to get ranked or nothing, but the kid grew up in the gym. He could fight. Go watch that fight. Jake, he was lost, man. This is the guy that gets a Canelo fight, man. I'm not mad at Jake. He's selling the product. We all should be looking at Canelo like, bro, bro. This ain't boxing. This is a fix. Yeah, I agree. War Report, I agree 100%. 100%. That's all this is. The boxing, this is not. When I say boxing, I'm talking about the sport. And I'm done holding Canelo to a high standard because this is ridiculous. Now, I know people are going to come in and say, hey, man, didn't Floyd do this with, he did this with, who's this guy, Conor McGregor? Guess what? Can we say Conor McGregor is more of a dangerous fighter? He boxed a little something, and the guy's an MMA guy. He's for real. At least, look, and again, no disrespect to Jake, but he's more for real than Jake Paul. Check the resume. The resume. Check it. The guy's more dangerous. This ain't that. We saw what Jake Paul, I'm sorry, Logan Paul. You saw how Floyd did him dirty. Didn't even train for that fight. Floyd did him dirty. Now Logan's in the ring more. I think he's more of a threat, like as far as boxing is concerned, but not to Canelo, man. Not to Canelo. Yeah, King Breezy, he sure did. Family, we know how this ends. And Canelo, I don't think Canelo's going to play with him, man. He's going to come in tip-top shape. And Logan's going to be looking good until he's not. He's going to be looking good until he's not. I'd be surprised if there's a no knockout clause in this fight. I'd be surprised. And if there is, listen, man, I'm going to start a little trouble here. You ready? I'm going to start a little trouble here. You Tank fans, because who's the face of boxing? It's always a toss-up between Canelo and Tank. You Tank fans, y'all need to be talking to them. Please don't talk to me anymore. Please don't do that. This right here is ridiculous. Now, I know Tank was on social media about a month ago and he said Jake Paul's name or something. I don't recall exactly what he said. Somebody sent me something. I didn't read it. But I think he said something in the form of fighting Jake Paul. I'm like, okay. Maybe Tank is trolling. Who knows? You know, trolling. That's the safe word for everybody. Safe word, trolling. But when I talk about boxing, this right here is not what I'm talking about. Canelo signed with the PBC, right? Stormy, you stupid. He said it's Jake from State Farm. Canelo's with the PBC, right? That's what this is? Question, family. Gerard Harlem in the building. Mr. Shelton, salute. Jill Spoolie, I see you. How does this happen? Tell me how this happens. How does this happen? Tell me how this happens. Steph Brown, salute. How does this happen? This is a real conversation in May? What happened to... Nah, War Report, you're correct. You're correct. 100%. It's a moral victory. If Jake goes the distance with Canelo, it's a moral victory. Y'all don't love boxing, man. Y'all don't love boxing. I'm going to prove it to you. Everyone talks about, I love boxing. I like boxing, boxing. What is boxing to y'all? What is boxing? I'm going to prove right now y'all don't give a damn about the sport. Never mind this for a minute, because this is happening. This is y'all fault. Y'all love boxing? Oh, boxing's so boring. Oh, Tank is keeping boxing, American boxing alive. Because they were saying that, right? They were saying, oh my God, he got on Twitter, he told Turkey a thing or two. Remember the love letter that Boxing Ego wrote? Don't need Turkey out of Sheik money. He makes his own way or whatever he said. Funny. I didn't ask for Lamont Roach, brother. I didn't. I really didn't. I asked you to fight somebody in your division. And you can't even give us that. You chose Lamont Roach. And you see, it's things like this. And see, here's the problem. This right here, this fight, is not going to build boxing. We had something 20 years ago called celebrity, what was it? Celebrity fights. Remember that? Had Joey Buttafuoco fighting China from the WWF. Remember that? It was stupid. This is along those lines. We're walking that line right now. We almost had George Zimmerman versus DMX. Remember that? This is disgusting. And the reason why it's disgusting is because we held Canelo to, although there's some ish with him, we held him to a high standard. Did we not? Exactly, Jakia. Roach revealed that he was in the conversation for at least 2 years. I'm like, why? For what? For what? KBG, what up? For what? So when Ego says Tank makes his own way, he don't need no turkey money. Okay, cool. You make your own way. You don't need no turkey money. What you got? Lamont Roach. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, man. Acondo, my brother. What up? MJ Total Health and Wellness. What up? Thanks. Okay, what you got? Lamont Roach. Oh, boy. And then you ask a Tank fan, well, who's Lamont Roach? Right off the bat, you know what? They don't know. You know why they don't know? They don't know until Tank told you who he was. A lot of cats didn't even know he was a champion at 130. You see what I mean? This is disgusting, y'all. Let me check my Cash App real quick. My brother, Eric Jordan, back in that Cash App. He said, I will laugh my ass off if Jake knocks out, if Jake knocks Canelo out. Hashtag the ninja sword.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Salute. This right here is a direct result of people running around. I'm talking about these active fighters avoiding their contemporaries. I'm talking about these promotional companies not working to when these fighters want to fight each other. When these fighters want to fight each other, the people in charge of these companies are concerned about their bottom line. How much money can we walk away with if we do an event? Because I got to get paid first. The fighters are going to get the scraps. That's just how it is. If you know boxing, you know that much. But for all of you that are saying that boxing is dead and it's boring or whatever, get away from me. Boxing's alive. Well, there's a lot of talent. But y'all don't care and y'all don't pay attention to detail because that's who y'all are. And I understand that. I made peace with that a long time ago. I did a video about the boxing program about to be removed from the Summer Games, the Olympics. Y'all remember that video? Did it like now, maybe 2 years ago. Remember that? Do y'all remember what the discrepancy was? Y'all remember what the discrepancy was? I'm gonna remind y'all. That was a problem for me because there's a lot of kids in various cities, Detroit, New York, Philly, Baltimore, various cities in California that want to be the next Tank Davis, and want to be the next Floyd Mayweather, want to be the next Devin Haney, want to be the next whoever. And the key to their success is the Olympics. And if you remove the Olympic program from the Summer Games, what are they going to do? They're going to have to work different. Daryl, what up? Now, do you know why? Bob Jones, what's good? Do you know why they're going to remove it? Because of the corruption in boxing in the Olympic program. Drug cheating, referees that were on the take, judges that were on the take. You remember I did a video about that? But do you remember why I did that video? What the major problem was? Someone was coming in to help repair the boxing program. Do you remember who that was? You remember? Put the name in the chat. Let me see who pays attention. Let me see who follows me. Do you remember the problem I had with the person coming in? Rick Blackwell, salute. The problem I had with the person coming in to fix it. Do y'all remember? Y'all taking too long, I'll tell y'all. Mauricio Sillyman. Mauricio Sillyman. Eric, oh, salute. It was Mauricio Sillyman. And I said, wait a minute. Buzzwire, what up? Wait a minute. Boxing's messed up on an Olympic level. And the guy that supports Canelo Alvarez is supposed to come in and fix boxing in the Olympics? Huh?
What?
We're doomed. We're doomed. He's supposed to fix this? It's like you falling off of a damn building and you're like, well, I'm about to die. And someone flies down and grabs you. You're like, oh my God, I'm saved. You look up thinking it's Superman. It's fucking General Zod. Uh-oh. Do I want to continue falling or get crushed to death? Because this can't be good. He didn't save me because of my life. He's about to do something with me. Yeah, he grabs you to throw your ass at Superman at like the speed of sound. May as well hit the goddamn floor. Done.
Why do you say this to me when you know I will kill you for it?
Shout out to Zod. He wants to free his people. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is going to get authorized. Now, the thing I'm going to say about Turkey Al-Sheikh is he's a fan with a lot of money, but there's a lot of things that he doesn't know. So it's going to appear that he's doing right by the sport with a lot of things, but there's going to be some things that he's going to okay that he's not really keen of. And for now, I need y'all to listen to me. For now, I'm going to say some of that is in ignorance because he doesn't know. For now. For now. I'm going to say that for now. Not really, I'm not giving him a whole pass. But I'm saying for now, I'll brush it off as ignorance. We're going to see. We're going to see. But Canelo's a PBC fighter. How is this happening, bro? Tell me. I heard they're bidding on what network to put this on. You see what happens when the best don't fight the best? But boxing is dead, though, right? Oh, boxing is boring. Boxing, I don't know. Yo, look, man, y'all don't watch boxing. Y'all are fans of fighters, man. I've been knew that about y'all. And y'all are disgusting. Boxing ain't dead. I encourage y'all to get educated on the sport. Some of y'all are new. Some of y'all in your 20s. Some of y'all in your teens. Some of y'all are my age and older. And y'all speak like fanatics. But if you want a proper education about the sport, I tell y'all to go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing so you can have an educated conversation. I talked to the brother Mike S. yesterday, and I asked him, did he know about the Black Murderers Row? He said no, and that's okay. But that's an important part of Black history and Black boxing history. Very important. So you got to understand, I knew about that before there was an internet. My uncle taught me about that. My uncle knew Sugar Ray Robinson in Harlem. He knew him personally. Call him by his real name. He knew him personally. He had a bar or a lounge down there in Harlem somewhere. He has an old picture that he shows me. Big old pink Cadillac in front of the place or whatever that was. Everybody had on these hats. It was crazy. This is some historic stuff, man. And what's happening is Logan Paul's not going to be around for a long time. And when he leaves, he's going to take his fanatics with him. Canelo fans, the majority of them are Mexican. When he leaves, he's going to take the people that... Y'all saw the video where dude was shouting at Canelo, impregnate my wife, I'll take care of the baby, and people were laughing. That's not funny. I don't know what kind of humor that is. That was gay as hell, but whatever. Whatever. But my question is, when Canelo leaves, he's going to take a majority of those fans with him. I want to say a majority of their Mexican fans are actually supporters of the sport. So they'll be around. I think 50% of them will be around. What happens when Tank fanatics, when Tank retires, when he finally hangs it up? You think his fanatics, which a majority are not supporters of the sport, you think they're going to be around watching the sport? No, they're not. So how do you grow a sport with a bunch of fighters that ain't doing anything? You like to watch them knock people out. Cool. So when they hang it up, when they're done, you're done. When they're done, you're done. And what you'll do is you'll either be done with them or you'll attach yourself to the next fighter that kind of looks like him. Kind of looks like him, and people start comparing him to him. They say, okay, well, what about this kid? It's like Michael Jordan retired. A portion of fans left with him because they like his sneakers, they like his bald head, and whatever it was. And when the Bulls went on that slope, they said, okay, I'm good now. Enter Kobe Bryant. The league tried real hard to promote the next Michael Jordan. Glenn Robinson, Grant Hill, Harold Miner, and went on and on and on and on and on, then enter Kobe Bryant. Business. The business is catering to D-blowers like that. And I always will tell you, the problem I have is when I'm talking boxing and I'm holding these fighters to a standard, when their fanatics come into my chat and try and sound smart because they heard several things from another channel, when the majority of it is wrong, and then they come over here and try and sound smart. When the reality is, you're just attracted to that fighter for whatever reason. You don't know boxing. I'm trying to talk boxing. You're dry humping, and it's disgusting. Eric Jordan back in that Cash App. He says, power and fury of the ninja sword is the best judge.
Then let him taste the fury of my ninja sword!
Disgusting work, man. Boxing is not dead. I try and get people educated. I tell y'all all the time, I don't know everything. I say, yo, man, get educated. If you don't know something, learn it. This should be, Snacks B, what up? This should be mandatory training before you say I'm a boxing supporter. I'm a boxing fanatic. If you're a fanatic, say that. So I know what I'm dealing with. When someone comes in here and I'm just asking basic questions for Tank as an example, and then your response to me is Tank over everyone, I'm like, cool. Who's everyone? Because everyone they mentioned, he ain't fight him. Okay. Okay. Ridiculous work. Eric Jordan says you have a better chance with Miguel than I'm trying to keep it clean. I'm trying to keep it clean. He says, not the creator of the franchise champion, Silly Man. Yeah, bro. He's gonna say Mauricio Silly Man was trying to save the Olympic program, the boxing program in the Olympics. Trying to save it. One of the most corrupt mofos. Where's the franchise status, y'all? Claymore Rain in the building. Go subscribe to my brother. But since we're promoting channels, I'm about to drop a link in a second, Claymore, so you could jump on if you want. It's going to be an open panel. But let me ask y'all a question. Y'all love boxing? It's Stormy B Man's channel right here. Let's review some things. Let's see. Boxing dead, right? Maya versus Ryan 2. He's talking about the ladies right here. Uploaded that 28 minutes ago. Well, a little more than that because I had this up for a minute. He talks about Clarissa Shields, sets heavyweight record straight in the victory. Talked about that. Ellis versus Angulo. Love and War. Look at that. This is yesterday. Look at that. Look back at Cruz versus Salcido. Azim versus Lipinets. Look. All this is boxing, y'all. Boxing. Hello? Cruz versus Ferrero. That was a firefight. Beautiful stuff. Anui avoiding his stiffest challenge in Akhmadov. I can never say that guy's last name. Look at this, y'all. Boxing. Y'all love the sport? Now, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let me see. 12, 13. Let me see. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 videos before I get to one name that we always talk about, Devin Haney. I haven't seen the Tank video yet. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. I'm gonna stop when I see Tank. Haven't seen him. Not yet. You know why I'm saying this? Here's why. As a matter of fact, we're down 2 months already. Know why he hasn't spoken about Tank? Because there's more going on than Tank Davis, y'all. Queen, salute. Yep. There's more going on. Y'all love boxing? Or do y'all like the bullshit? My brother all around strong. So what up? Big brother in light. 704, I see you. There's more going on in that guy. When your favorite fighter is choosing not to challenge himself, that is not what boxing is about. Boxing is not about the knockouts. Boxing is about two guys who claim to be on the same level, and one is better than the other, and they want to actually test their goddamn mettle. That's what this is. But if you just like seeing your favorite guy against any old body, you get Canelo versus Jake Paul. You're single-handedly killing the sport. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And if you cool, then you cool. But you need to stay off my channel. This is Stormy's channel right here. I haven't found the Tank video yet. Let me keep scrolling. 2 months back. He's talking about the women and everything else. Farmer Zepeda, great fight. I don't see a Tank video. And Stormy's not the person to go up here and start lighting them up and F-bombing. No. This Stormy B-Man's channel is for the mature boxing supporter. His Sunday open call show is to have an adult conversation about the sport that we claim we love. It's not to bark back and forth over Tank's tattoos and how much money he make in pay-per-view sales. Nonsense. Let's talk about the science of the sport. Let's stop talking about people who are not doing anything. This is ridiculous. It's not for you. I'm scrolling. I still don't find a Tank video. And I'm not even disrespecting Tank. I'm telling you that when y'all say the sport is boring, I already know who you're rooting for. When you do watch it, y'all don't know half the things that's on this page right now. Y'all don't know any of these guys. Y'all don't watch. The sport is alive and well. Look at this. Not one Tank video, bro. Not one. This is one of my favorite videos right here. The Dubois family barking on legacy of boxing. If y'all don't, there's an interview with Daniel Dubois' father. Now I understand why Dubois is the type of man that he is. Losing, what's that? We fail forward. Y'all know what failing forward is? You fall down, you scrape your knee, you're like, well, that happens. get back in the saddle again. What you gonna do, quit? Hell nah. Once I watched that interview with Daniel Dubois' father, I said, oh man, I get it. I get it. That's why Daniel Dubois is the man that he is. And instead of the UK rallying behind him, who's actually doing something, they still want to smell AJ's nuts and talk about, what about him in Tyson Fury? I don't care about that. Talk about the man that's doing something. Daniel Dubois. What's happening here? See what I mean? Look at this. I'm looking for a Tank video. I can't find one. You know why? Because he's not talking about guys that's not giving him something that he wants to talk. Tank hasn't given Stormy anything significant to speak on. This is the bar. This channel right here is the bar. This is what we supposed to aspire to be. Talking boxing over BS. Look at this, Christian and Billy. Keeping it a buck with him. Look at it. Christian and Billy wins, but fails to impress against limited Derevyanchenko. That was a damn good fight, too. Look at this. Gabriela Fondora. Come on now. El Rayo, Venezuela, right here. This is a boxing channel. A boxing channel. You guys are crazy. Boxing is dead. Look at this. I was just thinking about Brandon Lee. I was like, where is he at? They had him to a high standard, man. They wanted to rally behind him, but he didn't look dominant. Oh, look, there goes a Tank video. Tank Davis needs another option as Loma not motivated at this time. And he got on, I remember this video, he got on Loma for ducking. I had to go back 6 months to find a Tank Davis video. You know what, man? You guys, man, I swear to God, man. I swear to God. Y'all don't love boxing like you say you do. But I'm opening up the panel. Y'all tell me if y'all feeling this. Y'all tell me if y'all feeling this nonsense. Boxing dead. Right? That's what y'all say. Boxing's dead. Hold on a minute. Boxing dead. Oh, yo, boxing dead. Oh, boxing boring. I loves me some Tank, though. Love some Tank. Let's fight Lamont Roach. Yeah, I'm saying, you know, bro. This is, y'all don't understand. When I say things, it's always for the betterment of the sport. When the hell did I become a hater for asking all of these guys to fight their contemporary? In what universe do you attack a person for saying, hey, man, why don't this guy just fight this guy? You just want to see him lose. No, I want to see a good fight. We're barbarians. We want to see a knockdown, drag-out, strategic boxing match. They decided to do this. So since they're doing it, why don't he fight his contemporary? You just a hater. What? Lord, shut up, man. Just shut up. Shut up. Where's my shut up button? Shut up! There it is. 15 years, y'all. In the last 15 years, how many fights we should have had? And then when we did get them, they're late. They're late. This is like ridiculous work right here. This is ridiculous. Y'all cool? Y'all cool with this? Now, Mr. Shelton, I heard that they're looking for a venue and everything. That's what I heard yesterday. I heard on BF. They're looking for venues. They're looking, you know, oh my God, man. Look, man, I hope this is a pump fake. California Love said the Bucks just traded Chris Middleton for, bro, I don't know what's going on in the NBA anymore. I don't know what's going on. Once all these super teams start popping up and trades, and then, you know, these refs admitting that they were, well, this one ref in particular admitted to taking money for, you know, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm good on the NBA. It's ridiculous. Lance, what up, Lance? Panel's open, man. If y'all want to come up here and share your thoughts, that's cool. If y'all don't, that's cool. I want to hear from the Canelo fans. If you're watching in the back, I just want to hear what you have to say about this. Because Canelo's the face of boxing. He could do whatever he wants. That means you paying for this. That means you cool. That means you cool. I just want to hear you say it. I'm cool with this. This is great for boxing. Y'all hear me talk about scrapbook boxing. Let me tell y'all something. If you want an education on the sport, well, I often refer to a show called The Three Wise Men of Boxing. That was scrapbook boxing, the late, great Curtis Anderson, and Stormy B-Man. You heard me say that show was not to, well, for me it wasn't. That show was not to challenge anything, to be specific on dates. Oh no, you got a date wrong. That show was not for that. That show was to sit back and listen. Some of the stuff they spoke about was nostalgia for me. And I'm talking about fights in the 80s. But when they spoke about fighters that predate my birth, matchups and stuff like that, that wasn't a show for you to try and critique. That was a show for you to sit back and get educated. The problem that I see on YouTube a lot is that instead of embracing and enjoying a conversation, I find that a lot of people run to these channels and try and find error in someone. And what happens is when you try and find an error, in someone trying to do good and just add to the community, there's legitimately something wrong with you and you're looking for a problem. And Scrapbook and Stormy and Curtis, they never entertained that crap. That's why I say the block button got to be strong. If a fight happened in 1986 and I say 85 or 84, whatever, look, somebody will come, oh, no, you're wrong. It happened in 88. See, people they don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye. You're missing the point. I'm talking about what a great fight it is, and you honed in on a goddamn year. I'm not into the Jerry Springer fussing and cussing or whatever. No, I don't have to do that. I've got suckered into that before. I'm not doing that anymore. It's fruitless. You know how a boxing debate always ends? I just watched it happen recently. It goes from boxing to insults to pull up. Boxing to insults to pull up. Wait a minute. How do we get here? This is why I don't do boxing debates. Because some mofos turn to complete children. I'm an adult. Not going to do it. I play around a lot. But there's certain things I know to stay away from because some people, I'm not saying all, some people can't deal with it. I'm almost 50 years old. I grew up in New York City. Black man. I've been able to walk around the city and not get a criminal record. I am not a statistic. And I'll be damned if I get online and entertain some crap where I have to defend myself like out in the street. Because to me, it's not that serious. I'm just talking boxing. I don't know what everyone else is talking about. But that's why I don't engage. What do you mean you can't join the panel? All right, let's do this. You want to get on the panel, Mr. Shelton? Text me your email. You'll get on. Nah, text me your email right now. F that. Y'all see this? This is what YouTube does. Shelton, text me your email. You're going to get on the panel. Clowns. These dudes is clowns, man. Always trying to suppress somebody. YouTube will, if you have chronic beef with somebody and you're on here screaming and hollering every day, they'll make sure your algorithm is intact. Oh, you just had a question? Okay, no problem. They'll make sure. Exactly, Queen. Nah, I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that. Because it's fruitless. All of that, you wouldn't be saying that if you was in front of me. No, absolutely. Come on. I've heard it all. I'm better than you in every way, shape imaginable. And absolutely, I've gone to live events and I had people come to me say, yo, man, that guy over there was wondering if it was really you. I was like, why he ain't over here saying hello? Oh, obviously it was a troll. I'm really like that in real life, but I'm not no goddamn goon running around looking for smoke. But it's like when cats see me, they're like, oh shit. Yeah, it's really like that. Make love, not war, man. Shake my hand, let's talk. If I said something on the show that you disagree with, we can have a conversation. What's all this gangster talk? And you're not even like that. I'm not a gangster. You're not. So what's all this? Why are you hide behind icons and avatars and stuff? What is all that? Because I said something that you don't like about a fighter you have an infatuation with? This is some sick stuff. I dealt with it with Canelo fans, dealt with it with AJ fans, dealt with it with Tank fans right now, as we speak, right now. There's a Tank fan mad right now. I invite all Tank fans. Come up right there. The link's pinned. Canelo fans. Y'all guys was running around calling us Mayates a few years ago. Bring that back. I want to show me who you are. You cool with this? The only thing I'm talking about is boxing. And y'all resort to the name calling and this, that. And, yo, listen. All the name calling in the world ain't going to fix this. Canelo's fighting Jake Paul, allegedly. They're looking for a venue, allegedly. And this is a topic of discussion. And then outside of this, y'all say boxing is dead. I just showed y'all Stormy B Man's channel. How many of y'all even gone there to see the boxing, all of the boxing that he's talking about? Forget the YouTube channels. Y'all not supporting these fighters. Y'all can't name 5 fighters. Y'all can't fire them off the top of your head. Y'all can't do it. How many cruiserweights can you name? Ridiculous. Someone could come up the panel right now and I can say, all right, nigga, let's say they're talking like nonsense. I'll ask them an easy question. Name 3 heavyweights, 2 welterweights, and 1 light heavyweight. Quick. Right. Yeah, I know, Stormy. Ain't coming. Ain't no one coming. I want someone to pull up and justify this. That's what I want. And I'm not firing shots. I'm just asking y'all, where's Al Heyman in all of this? It's just a question. Where's Al Heyman in all of this? Cats that say, oh, I love boxing. I love boxing. The 3 wise men are making their return. Well, it's going to be Scrapbook and Stormy on Thursday. And I'm going to be in attendance. And they're going to pay homage to the late, great Kurt Sugar. And they're going to do like a marathon stream. They're going to be on for like about 3 hours. If you love boxing, pull up. Pull up. Pull up and see the Three Wise Men of Boxing reunion show. They're going to pay homage to Curtis Anderson. Good old Kurt Sugar. I missed that show. If you want to see the old shows, you got to subscribe to Stormy's Patreon. Shade Girl, what up, my queen? Queen says, so he couldn't get nobody to overpay him to fight Skull, huh? Psst, I guess not. I guess not. This right here is not for the sport of boxing, y'all, and he's going to get away with it. The talk of the town is going to be him versus Jake Paul. ESPN is going to be talking about him versus Jake Paul. That's what they're going to talk about. That's all. This is not for a title. This is not for rankings. And I want y'all to understand, David Morrell and David Benavidez just fought a really good fight. A really good fight. And this guy, Canelo, is about to fight a guy that walks around at 215 pounds. And you know what's interesting? I heard something about the lack of drug testing for Jake Paul. Jake Paul don't do drug testing? Look, I don't know nothing about that. But if he's going to juice, guess what Canelo's going to do? He's going to come in there looking like a silverback gorilla again, like he did Kovalev, with pimples on his back. Y'all, come on, man. This is boxing, y'all. I'm going to remind y'all of something. Y'all remember when we got word that Tank Davis had some 7-fight deal? And he had a 7-fight deal, and it was a bigger financial deal than Floyd Mayweather. It was like 300-something million. Y'all remember that? Then that came out that that was a lie. And all I said was, why lie to the public? What is that? I said, I don't know what's going on. And then he was supposed to be fighting Lamont Roach December 14th in Houston. And then turned out that that was a lie. They lied to Tank. Now, remember when I said, I didn't blame Tank for that. I'm like, someone told him the date he's fighting, and he told his public. Then we found out that there was nothing ever booked for that weekend. I was like, oh, what's going on? That's all I asked. I said, what's going on? That don't sound like a guy that's the face of boxing. That doesn't sound like a guy that got a $300 million deal. What's going on? And we get ridiculed for asking what's going on. That's all I asked. I said, what's happening here? You just hate on Tank. Yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah, I do hate the nigga, but that doesn't negate the fact that we was told the 14th and the fight ain't happened. Talk about that. And then when I looked to Al Heyman and said, well, what's going on with him? Then I heard he changed his phone number and he ain't answering the phone. Wait a minute. And then in the midst of that, you know what happened? Showtime Boxing died. Remember that? I said, well, damn, didn't Showtime Boxing? Steve Espinoza said, we're not dying. We got 15 fights lined up. I said, oh, okay. And then Showtime went under. Huh? Wait a minute.
What?
Do y'all understand what's happening here? Are y'all scared to think about what's happening here? This is what happens when when inmates run the asylum. This is what happens. This. We need to show them that they're not the majority. They're just children. They're just children. And there's nothing wrong with asking the person that they're infatuated with to fight their contemporaries. You know why they don't want that? You know why Canelo fans are cool with him not fighting Benavidez? Because they know how it ends. They are so afraid that David will put them paws on Canelo. They won't even let Canelo in the ring with Morrell. Especially not now, because you know what? I think he learned. Angel, what up? I think that Morrell learned from this fight as of this very moment right now. He learned. He'll beat the ish out of Canelo. Y'all don't like what I just said? Prove it. Tell Canelo to fight him, a real fighter. And don't tell me he's too big. Jake Paul is 215 pounds, man. Man, Edgar Berlanga came in at 198 pounds on fight night. David Benavidez on fight night, when he was fighting at 175, not 168, 175, he came in at 189, rehydrated to 189, so he was lighter than Edgar Berlanga when Edgar Berlanga fought Canelo. Please stop, y'all. Y'all need to stop this. Y'all need to stop this. Shout out to Miguel. 20 people just fell off. 20 people just fell off. Numbers are kind of low this morning. You know why? You know why? I'm not dragging Canelo. I'm talking about what a crappy fight this is, and they know. So Miguel's over there in San Francisco on his futon, spooning with his boyfriend. You don't like what I got to say about this? Dude, you don't participate in my sport. You have no knowledge of my sport. You're in here for the crap show. And you want to protect this redhead jerk. Because you're infatuated with him. Clown. So when I tell my audience, smash the like button, like the video, share the video, because we are our own algorithm. We don't need these guys to do anything. We do it ourselves. I got links on both my channels. I want any Canelo fan to click the link, come up and tell me why you're cool with this. I just want to hear what you got to say. Nothing. If I was on here cussing and screaming and having a meltdown, there'd be a million trolls in here. So not even the Canelo stands can justify this. Jake Paul's fan base can justify this. You know why? You know why? You know why? Because this is just entertainment for him. And I got a problem when you have an entertainment situation like these guys from another industry try and come into my sport and be for real. How many NFL players were successful pro boxing? There's a history of that stuff. Who's this dude that was talking crazy about Deontay Wilder? Oh, I forget his name. I did a video on him. He's talking about, oh, Deontay trash. Oh, yeah, that's why Fury beat him. Whatever. And I'm like, oh, this guy, he wants a payday. Okay. So he went to, I think, a UFC event. And he got slept badly. I did a video on it. I was like, man, he got slept. Former NFL player. I think he got a raw deal and got kicked out the league because some girl said that he did something to her. Every fighting league I've seen him in, I'm sure he has some wins, but when I've seen him, he's getting slept all over the place. Boom, 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 boom. He's about 6'5". Never works out. Greg Hardy, that's his name. Google him. I Rock, my brother, what up? Ultimate Fight Club, what up? Greg Hardy. He's getting knocked in the cartwheels. Every time I turned around, he was getting slept. Say, man, if you don't stop talking about anybody doing anything in boxing, just stop it, bro. If you don't cut it out, idiot. Getting knocked out by fat dudes with their pot bellies hanging over their trunks. I literally, I seen him get slept by this dude. He looked so out of shape. Slept him. It was bad. It was bad. Those transitions are never good. Nate Robinson got slept by Jake Paul. When he was training, he looked good on those mitts, though, didn't he? Pad work don't help anything. It's just cardio. It's Tybo, y'all. Stop it. There was no pad work back in the days. That's relatively some new stuff. It's just cardio, and it looks good for the cameras. It doesn't do anything. I heard that, Hen Dog. I heard of that. Me and Stormy we're gonna talk on that. Shower, salute, Queen. So no Canelo fans to come up and, tell me why this is a good look. No Tank fans to tell me why you're not bothered by this. All I'm saying is, this type of matchup is given daylight because boxing is not taking care of its own business. And this is what you get. You get this foolishness. This shouldn't even be a conversation. The face of boxing versus the face of entertainment. And Tank is giving you Lamont Roach. This is actually perfect because it proves everything that I'm saying. The more we entertain this foolishness, Tank is a real fighter, right? And the rumor is that this is going to happen in May, Cinco de Mayo. We should be enraged at Canelo. Like, what the hell are you doing? And Benavidez and Morrell is right there. What are you doing? Professor X, salute to you, good brother. Thank you. Shelton Reloaded says, is this really happening or in talks? I heard that they're looking for a venue. People are bidding on it. So it's a reality to me. When they're bidding on it, when they're trying to find a network, that means networks are bidding on it. That means there's a demand for this. There's a demand for this, and that's dangerous. They're going to do 1 billion sales. It's going to be incredible. They might not do Netflix again because I heard certain people's Netflix is crashing. The server might not be able to take it. Who knows? But this is going to be crazy. In the undercard, there's going to be a bunch of fighters saying, yo, F it. If I'm not on the Riyadh season card, I got to run to this. I got to get on this. Hell, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit up Elijah Pierce. But I go, bro, if this happens, you need to get on this undercard. He wants smoke with Stephen Fulton. Why not do it there? Do it there. Why not? Anthony, what up? Oh, I know Xavier. He's not fighting Benavidez. It's not going to happen. But this is what we got to deal with. This right here, Afro Weekend G, salute. Well, you know what, Afro Weekend G? Canelo got busted wheels, man. I've been saying that. He's still a young man, but in dog years, in boxing years, he's like 104. There's a reason why he's not fighting Benavidez. Benavidez can move. He's too big. He's strong. He punches in volumes. And even if Canelo can win that fight, that's something he doesn't want to deal with at this point in his career. So I was just saying, retire. But on the way out, if he's going to grab this bread, I don't have to like it. But this is a money grab. Let's not kid ourselves. This is a money grab. Boss Red, salute. Big Joe Townsend, salute. Oh, you sent me a video on Benavidez? I'll look at that. I don't know if that's real though, brother. I don't know if that's real. KG said Canelo needs a tune-up before the Bud fight. Man, you know what, brother? You know what, man? I don't know, bro. I don't know what's happening. I heard. Well, you know what? It don't matter. I can't believe this, bro. Yeah, there's that, Stormy. When you cycle off those pads, you know what happens to your joints? Don't be surprised if the Canelo hangs it up officially, and then we don't see him for a while, and then 2 years later, he's at a fight and he's limping and walking all crazy. Like, what happened to him? When you're on those drugs, man, and then you come off those drugs, your tendons will feel it, your knees will feel it, your elbows will feel it. Be like, what's going on? Well, those drugs is helping you work through pain. You wasn't recovering naturally. So now, you need those omega-3s, those fish oils. Keep your body rotating because you messed up. You overworked yourself. When you were supposed to be sitting down and resting, you wasn't resting. So this is amazing. So it's nice to see can't nobody justify this fight. Y'all not even trying. So maybe some of us on the same page, even if you're a mega Canelo fan, and I mean, you could be racist, and that's amazing. I got some screenshots I don't care to share. When they announced Bud and Canelo, that was actual real conversation. I was reading some racist. I saw some screenshots of some racist tweets, and I'm like, okay, here we go. That's expected. I wonder if they're saying the same thing about Jake Paul, because Bud is a real fighter. Bud is accomplished, right? And I was reading all this, you know, Mayate this, N-word that, the hard ER over here, right? I wonder what they're saying about Jake Paul. I'm just curious. You know, Gerard Harlem in the building. What's good, brother? He says, not just at a money grab, they're trying to outdo Floyd numbers. That's what it's all about. Sucker-ish. Hey, man. You know what? You know what? They've been trying to break. They trying to make Jake Paul the face of a pay-per-view already. I saw some graph where it showed his numbers, and they showed the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul numbers, and I said this is not accurate because that wasn't a normal pay-per-view. If you had Netflix, you already saw it. That's the only reason why I saw it, because I just turned it on. I thought Netflix will have something set up where you have to buy it. I went on there and there it was. I said, oh, I have Netflix, so I guess I get to see it already. They took those Netflix numbers and those views and say he outdid Manny Pacquiao and Canelo and Floyd. So he gets to fight Jake Paul, and this is a tune-up for Bud. I don't know how to equate. I don't get it, man. I understand boxing, and this is a prime example of the business just being completely disrespectful to real supporters who actually care about the sport. But we have ourselves to blame. Now let me talk about Tank for a minute. In the last 3 years, Tank could have fought Devin at least twice. He could have fought Shakur. All right, he gave us Frank Martin, but you know, whatever. I'm saying whatever because I didn't need to know that Frank was drained. I didn't need to know that, but I know it. I made a phone call, and it was confirmed. And I said, "Damn it." Yeah, exactly, Stormy. You know, we want to see. I wonder if Canelo's going to show his naked behind like Mike Tyson did. I mean, this is an ish show, man. This is crazy. But Tank could have cleaned up 135, and I'd have been satisfied. I'd have been satisfied with an attempt, y'all. And I'm not clowning I'm just being real. There was a whole lot of belts moving around at 135. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Lomachenko was the second franchise champion because he didn't want to fight Devin. That's how Devin ended up with his belt. And rather than call Lomachenko out for ducking Devin, y'all would rather call Devin Haney the email champion. A phrase that has since disappeared from boxing. That's not a lie. Loma goes on to fight Teofimo Lopez. He loses. And magically, all of a sudden, the franchise status was transferable. When that status first came out, invented for the man on the screen on the right-hand side, Canelo Alvarez, when he ducked Jamal Charlo, man, never forget that. Because that was the first email. No one called Jamal Charlo an email champion. No one called Canelo a coward. No one called him that. Remember that? No one called him a coward, y'all, which was strange to me. Didn't even hold that guy accountable. That was so strange. So strange. So he's the first email champion. He's the first coward, the first franchise champion. There's a third one in those booger weights. I forgot who it was. The second one was Lomachenko. Dumped the belt, loses the franchise status, because the rule was you have franchise status. It's a special privilege that the WBC votes on. Remember that? You have to apply for it. You have to ask for it. They have to vote on it, and then you get it. But you can't have both belts at the same time. Loma got it, and next thing you know, he's fighting Teofimo Lopez, and they give it to him in the ring. I said, it's not transferable. What are they doing? It's a special privilege. You can move up and down and weight, but you don't lose it. Well, he lost it. And that's when Teofimo started running around saying, hey, man, I'm undisputed. Even ESPN was saying he was undisputed. I said, he's not undisputed. Devin got the real belt. Well, how did Devin get the belt? Loma gave it to him. Oh, he's an email champion. No. Loma ducked. That's what he did. He ducked him. He ducked him. That's what he did. Yeah, it's a strata, seen and unseen. Correct. Correct. It's a strata. So then Teofimo, right? What he does, he ducks Devin. Devin's running up on him. He's been ducking Devin for years. He's doing it right now. Danny says, no, he didn't. He was fighting another champ over a no-mark mandatory. What are you talking about, Danny? What are you talking about? Who was fighting another champ? Undisputed was supposed to be between Teofimo Lopez. That's what I'm talking about. I'm giving y'all a history at 135. He was supposed to be fighting Devin Haney for undisputed, and I thought that was going to happen. Yes, he did duck Danny. We're not going to do this. Yes, he absolutely did duck Devin Haney. He absolutely ducked him. He asked for the franchise status. He was a WBC champion. He asked for the franchise status. I'm not going through this with you. Devin was up. He was his mandatory. And instead of fighting Devin Haney, he asked for the franchise status. There was a discrepancy on who did what. Loma said, Mauricio Suleiman offered it to me. Mauricio said no. He asked for it. We voted. We gave it to him. And he vacated the real belt, and that's how Devin got it. Stop it, bro. No. Danny, wrong. Absolutely wrong, Danny. See, it don't take much. And then they come out. Danny been here the whole time waiting for this. Dude, it's all documented. Look it up. He was supposed to fight Devin. He ducked him. And that was the second franchise status. That's it. Devin was up. And the WBC and Loma co-conspired to freeze Devin out. They always wanted to freeze Devin out. Teofimo was in on it, the WBO was in on it, and the WBC was in on it, Danny. Tell me I'm lying about that, Dan. They didn't try to freeze Devin out? Teofimo didn't spill the beans, Danny? Don't block him, y'all. Teofimo didn't spill the beans, Danny, on how they tried to freeze Devin out? Danny, tell me I'm lying. Did Teofimo Lopez not spill the beans on what the WBO and the WBC was trying to do to Devin? Yes or no, Danny? Don't type me a book. I swear to God, I'm not reading it. I swear to God, I'm not reading it. And you see, family, it's things like this that gives daylight to Canelo versus Jake Paul. And there goes the insults. There goes the insults. And by the way, Danny, I know who you are. I know who you are. But you know what, Danny? Here's the challenge. There's a link pinned at the top. You want to talk to me? Click the link. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. You won't. You won't. You won't. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Unconditional love with a fighter. He hates Devin. He loves Loma. He cried when Loma got his ribs broke and got smoked 10 rounds to 2. And he was waiting for me to mention Loma's name. Let me read to you what Danny said to me in my comment section. Because documentation beats conversation. Danny, I'm telling you, bro, I know who you are. And let me put you on blast. He says, shout out to the entire Learning Difficulties Boxing Club. You remember that, Danny? Remember that, Danny? Did you read my response to you, Danny? Did you read my response? Don't worry, I'm going to mention it because you're still here foaming at the mouth. Loma's still a loser. He's still a loser. Let me read. I said, don't know who that is, but I appreciate the support and by way of your views. I know you see value in what we do here, so enjoy the education as we talk boxing. Where most are incapable, you've made the correct choice by being here. Congratulations. Did you read that, Danny? And I didn't block you for a reason. Because I knew at some point you'd show up. I knew that. And this is what cowards do. You hide behind an avatar. If you click the link, you won't turn your camera on. But you're addicted to chaos like your abused mother when your father would come home drunk and go upside her head. You remember those days, Danny? Remember that? Daddy come home, smell food. There's chicken in the oven. Shut up, bitch! Go make my turkey pot pie! Why are you hitting mom, Daddy? Shut up! Danny? What's good, Danny? You ain't gonna click the link and come talk to me? You're a coward. And by the way, that account was made like a week ago. A week or two ago. So Danny is somebody else. Danny is somebody else. And I know all I got to do is tell the truth about a fighter. And they come in here with insults. I didn't insult anybody today. Until now. But Danny, you can click the link. It's pinned. And then I'm going to challenge you to turn your camera on so I can see who I'm talking to. Show me you're an adult. Show me you're capable of having an adult conversation about this sport that I love, where you have an unconditional love for a fighter. Well, I love the sport. Junior the truth in the building. So since you're incapable, wrenches, Have fun. Have fun. Now, back to the truth about Lomachenko. The truth. Back to the truth. Lomachenko ends up fighting Teofimo because he didn't want to fight Devin. He vacated the real WBC strap, accepted the fraudulent franchise title. By the way, where is it? Where is it? It's gone now, right? Right. Teofimo ends up with it. And salute to my brother Eric Jordan back in that Cash App salute. He said, Devin, the Ninja Haney broke Loma rib. Heavyweight? He damn sure did. Devin went home and partied and ate food. Loma cried in the back. He cried. Dan, you remember that? You remember on ESPN? Lomachenko, Cortez, what up? You remember Lomachenko crying? Yo, you know, like when you try to talk to a kid, you tell him, yo, shut up before I give you something to cry about. That was Loma in the back. Hey, I thought I ducked Kevin, and I ducked Devin, and Theo easy to fight. I lost that too, and I fight Devin finally. I fight Devin. I lose. That was Loma in the back. We saw it on ESPN. We saw it. I said, damn, ain't that serious? Ain't that right, Danny boy? Ain't there a song called Danny Boy? Danny boy, Danny, what's going on, bro? See, I was cool until you did that. Your man got his ribs broke. Yo! Was Loma in London with everybody else? Did Turkey invite him over there? I don't recall. Was he over there? I don't think he was over there. It was more dangerous in the ring with Devin than he was in the Ukraine war when Russia was dropping bombs on his head. Ain't that right, Danny? Shut up before I give you something to cry about. Shut up! So now, Danny. Cut it out, Danny. Make another count. Come on back. Loma was crying. Loma had broken ribs. He went to the ER because that ER sent him to the ER. Oh my gosh. Cut it out. Man, you took a shoelace to the face.
Bukaki.
You're disgusting. So now I'm put some on it. Teofimo, although he almost dropped the ball late in the fight, he beat Loma ass. By the time Loma decided to throw a punch, it was like round 7. But too late. Too late. Pause. Wait a minute. I got video of Danny. Here you go.
Unified, undefeated. Unified, undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What the hell is even that?
Oh, Danny. Oh, Danny. Danny boy. Make another count, come back. The link will pin, man. But these dudes, like I said, they're cowards. You fling insults. You trying to tell me that I'm trying to change history? This happened. He was supposed to fight Devin. A franchise status popped up. He ends up fighting Tio and then lost that. Then they said, wait a minute, we do see more value in our Latinos. Sorry, Loma, you got to come up off that. I was like, wait a minute. They're going to take that from him too? Okay, fine. That's what they did, Danny. They did that. They did that. Then I said, okay, we're going to get an undisputed matchup between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. And what does Tio do? I'm already undisputed. I don't need Devin. And Devin, you already know you're not going to be a champion at 135. Danny, I know you're listening. All right? Take your hand off your penis for 2 seconds and just listen. Stop thinking about me. That's why I don't turn on my camera all the time anymore. You guys are discussing, but pay attention, Danny. This is 2018.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know.
You don't know.
The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
Well, that aged well. Shout out to Eric Jordan. He said, shout out to the Ninja Sword. Still undefeated heavyweight.
Give power to my nigger sword!
There you go. See? Danny, you paying attention? Documentation beats conversation. You already know. You know my show. Documentation beats conversation. I don't know what he was in here talking about. He was supposed to fight Devin. He dropped the belt and took a franchise status and ended up fighting Teofimo Lopez and lost that. He literally bought a gun and shot himself because he had it pointed in the wrong direction. Shot himself in the head or in the ribs. Where's the lie? So then what Tio did was he ducked Devin. He ducked Undisputed. Ended up fighting a man named George Kambosos. After ducking him, he put that fight off for like 3 times. Out here in New York, they had George Kambosos' name spelled all wrong. And I said in my video, I don't know how he's going to do it. I'm not too familiar with Kambosos, but I hope he does it. They got his name spelled wrong out here. And guess what? He went in there and won. He went in there and won. That's what happened. Don't blame me. That's what happened. He won. And although he turned into a sucker, at least I can say he fought Devin not once, but twice. Devin went over to Australia and took short money, won Undisputed, and then defended it over there. Devin schooled him so bad, George was punching fresh air. He couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. He could be standing on the beach. You ever tried to throw something and you release it too fast and it flies behind you? Feel like a jerk when you do that, right? Well, that was George all night. 2 times. You understand? You understand me? Right, Danny? That's what happened. So Devin became undisputed, and before he left 135, he went to his buddy Shakur. Remember Shakur at the pool party? After he schooled and broke Vasily Lomachenko's ribs? Remember that, Danny? Remember Shakur said sign the contract. I was like, what contract? There's a contract? Ain't no contract. But before Devin left 135, he said, Shakur, what's up? Undisputed matchup. Shakur said, I'm worth more than that. Okay. You are? How many belts you got? None? How many times you been on pay-per-view? None? Okay. So you don't have no belts. You haven't never been on pay-per-view. This is a shot at all my belts. I'm going to be drained. Remember you said that? He's gonna be drained. Remember you said that? You said that, brother. You said that. And this is gonna be your highest payday, and you know your worth. My God. So it's no? Okay, cool. Well, I don't want to make this weight anyway, so F it. Dropped the belts, went up to 140 for Regis Prograde, took his belt. And guess who ended up with his WBA strap? That kid right there in the middle, Tank Davis.
What?
Y'all ain't gonna call him an email champion? Oh, okay, I just want to know. But everything I explained to you, there was a lot of belts moving around. And Tank was there the whole time. That's my point. I didn't mean to go off on this tangent with Loma, but Danny wanted to show up, and he got obliterated right now. He's a coward. His mama's a horrible cook. His dad is an abuser, and he tries to take it out on people that talk boxing here. So make another account. Come on back. And go suck your mama well. And this is how we got here. All of that was going on. While all of that was going on, I'm going to show you what Tank was doing, y'all. And I'm just going to show you. Ryan Garcia, who had no pay-per-view buys before fighting Tank. Hector Garcia, who had no pay-per-view buys before fighting Tank. Isaac Cruz, who had no pay-per-view buys before Tank. Mario Barrios, who had no pay-per-view buys before Tank. Rolly Romero, who had no pay-per-view buys before Tank. Devin Haney was already on pay-per-view, and he became undisputed whole time. But Tank is this A-side, and this is the problem when you have inmates running the asylum. This is the problem. When no one is doing what they're supposed to do. Devin's the only person that was doing what he was supposed to do. When no one is doing what they're supposed to do, you get anarchy, like Jake Paul versus Canelo Alvarez. I'm talking boxing here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to get anyone's side because I have an unconditional love for them or I have an unconditional hatred for them. What I don't like are Tank Davis fangirls. That's what I don't like. I didn't lie on this kid today. I asked questions, though. I did ask questions, but I don't get no answers, and that's fine. That's fine. Truth is the truth, though. You don't have to like it, but it's real. It's real. And when you get anarchy, you get Jake Paul walking through the front door and making a withdrawal out the bank of boxing. And this is why I need fanatics to go the hell away, stay off my channel. Go have your rah-rah, pom-pom waving powwow on someone else's channel. Don't do it here. We're talking boxing. Stormy B-Man talks boxing. Three Wise Men of Boxing reunion show, as I'm gonna call it. It's Thursday. Check the listings. Go subscribe. Because I'm talking about the sport. Y'all talk about tattoos, lime green purses, skinny jeans, braided hair, leg tattoos, and getting excited watching that. You guys are disgusting. Pep Talk tonight. Don't miss it. Go subscribe to Painful Excellence Podcast. This weekend, I'll be uploading content on my Patreon. Go follow my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Drew Titan LLC. And it's raw and uncut over there. So salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation to all of you. And shout out to the fanboys and girls that are going to support this debacle. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. Bronx on deck. Move! Hey, Danny. Move! Out my way. Hey, Danny.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.